Hi, my name is Amira, and today I'm going to give an informative speech about getting to know anxiety. Have you ever felt like your hands start to sweat, your body is shivering, or you cannot think straight and suddenly overthinking rushes over your head and you feel scared? You might think that maybe you are sweating because you are hot or you are hungry, that is why you are shivering. And you might think that you just think a lot, that is why you are overthinking. You feel normal and you just ignore them. I know the struggles of someone with an anxiety disorder. My roommate during my days in high school has been diagnosed with anxiety. I saw how she struggled to be conscious of all those feelings that lingering in her. She depends on the medication, she depends on the pills under the medical prescription. I saw how she tried to stop herself from crying every day because of the overthinking. I searched about anxiety and I became interested to know more about them. After all, I did that because I wanted to help her, because I feel sad seeing her suffer from anxiety every day. So today, we'll be looking at what is anxiety disorder, the causes and the risk factor, and how to treat them. What is anxiety disorder? Anxiety is a normal emotion for everyone. For example, now we have a tons of assignment, upcoming final examination, the pandemic outbreak, or try to make your own decision. Of course, you feel anxiety. It is normal. This is how our brain responds to stress and alerts to potential risk ahead. But this is just occasional anxiety, so it is alright. But now we are going to talk about anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorder is a group of mental illness that create constant and overwhelming anxiety and fear. This kind of anxiety will make you less interested in your school life, work life, and any other social situation. It is called excessive anxiety, which might trigger or worsen the symptoms. So this is the difference between the occasional anxiety and anxiety disorder. As we are already aware of anxiety, let us move on to the next part. The causes and the risk factor. I want to share with you guys what is the cause and the risk factor of anxiety. I will try to relate the causes and the risk, but for you guys' information, the risk factor is something that increase a person's chances of developing a disease. Firstly, one of the causes of anxiety is environmental stress. A person who suffered from anxiety disorder might have experienced a stressful event. For example, during their childhood, they probably have been abused or neglected by their own parent. Even the death of their loved ones or have catch sight of violence with their own eyes might lead to anxiety. With that, this kind of negative life event can be one of the risk factors of developing anxiety. You might not know this, but the medical conditions of a person also can be one of the causes of anxiety disorder. Sometimes, heart, lung, and thyroid conditions which can cause the symptom that is similar to anxiety, or even it may worsen the anxiety symptoms. Some people use the medicine to hide or decrease their condition. However, there are also some people that misuse them. When they are already short of a medicine, they will try to hide their anxiety with alcohol or harmful substance. Sadly, they did not know that when they did that, they will worsen their conditions even more, even though they thought that that kind of stuff will hide or ease their condition. You guys can try to look up on the internet, as there are a lot of other causes and risk factor of anxiety, since I only mentioned a few. Now let us move on to the next part on how to treat anxiety disorder. Based on what I read from the National Institute of Mental Health website, there are two ways to treat a person who diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. The first method is psychotherapy. Psychotherapy, which is also known as talk therapy, will help the person to learn on how the emotions can affect their behavior. The psychologist usually will listen and talk to the person who experiences an anxiety, and the person who has anxiety also can share their thoughts and their feelings. Then the psychologist will suggest way to manage and understand themselves more. During the psychotherapy, the psychologist usually will use cognitive behavioral therapy. They will teach the patient how to turn negative or panic causing thoughts into and behavior into positive ones. With positive ones, the person who has anxiety will learn techniques to approach and manage fearful and distressful situations. The second method is by using medications. Please bear in mind that the medicine does not cure the anxiety, but it might help to relieve the symptoms. As you guys know, all the medication should get the prescription from the doctors. Anti-anxiety drugs, antidepressant, beta blockers are the common medications that used to fight anxiety. Since some types of prescriptions may work better for a specific types of anxiety disorder, the doctors might be tried several types of medications before finding the right one. Therefore, the patients should talk with their doctors so they can learn which substances are safe and which one is to avoid. Besides that, the patients should know the benefits and the side effects of the medicines. To the extent perhaps you already know about the anxiety, and for sure my aim to spread the awareness about anxiety to you guys already have achieved. Anxiety is treatable if they have the effort to manage the anxiety. It will give a big impact on one's life. Whether you have anxiety or not, the most important is a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. This is because it can help to keep anxious emotion and our mind within the healthy limits. With that, if you guys aware of anyone or you yourself that have anxiety disorder or any other mental health disorder, please seek help. Thank you.